What is up? Happy Sunday. This is Ty's Take today, and joining me is my co-host, Darryce. How are you today?
I'm great. Happy Sunday.
Yes, happy Sunday. After last night, still need to be in bed, but I hope you've been doing well. I hope your Sunday is off to a good start. And
I hope yours
I'm
is
excited
too.
for today's interview.
Me too.
All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and pop in our guests for today. And you guys know them from Love and Marriage Detroit. It is the Samuels.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Welcome, y'all.
Thank you guys
Good
so
to be
much
here.
for joining us.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. So Darryce is going to explain to us. We're going to play a quick game, a little icebreaker to get to know each other and test Bravo and Lakeita on how well they know their significant other. Are you guys ready?
What's the prize?
Love. Love is the prize.
Okay. I haven't won that yet. No, man.
Depending on the winner will depend on if the Detroit Lions win today.
Oh, man. Wow.
We can't do that now. We don't need to put no karma on them.
All right. Okay.
All right, y'all ready? Darryce, do you want to explain to us real quick how to play the game? And thank you for coming up with the idea.
Sure. Okay, y'all ready? So this game is called How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? So we're going to ask you guys a few questions and you answer them individually. And then once we're finished with all the questions, we'll come back and you each have to answer for the other person to see who gets the most points for knowing their spouse the best.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. Guys got your marker and paper ready?
Yeah.
All right. No cheating. I don't think you will, but no cheating. Ty, you want to ask the first question or?
Yeah, I can ask the first question. Okay. All right. So, and then just to confirm, because, I'm still waking up. So they're giving their answers, correct?
Yes.
They're writing down their answers. Okay.
Yes, they write down their own answers first. And so don't say anything, just write them.
Okay. And then for people watching on YouTube and Facebook, we're also going to pop the question up on the screen. So if you guys want to play along or just guess who's going to win the contest, you guys can go right ahead.
So when you say for ourselves, so when you ask me the question, I'm answering it as if it was me.
Right.
For myself.
Yes. So yes, I'm glad you asked that. So answer it for yourself. I'm going to say, what is your favorite, whatever. And then you answer for yourself. And then we'll ask you both for each other. And that's when we'll know, like, because you've written down the answers that you can't cheat, to see if you got it right. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Okay. I was going to say that's why I said before we started that I can't.
I get it.
I get it. I had to get clarification.
Okay. How you know who's gonna lose?
All right. So the first question is, what is your favorite color?
Okay.
All right. Darryce, you want to ask the next question, or you want me to keep going?
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food.
We're gonna lose this one.
I was gonna say because I really don't have one. Maybe a favorite type of food.
I know hers.
Sometimes we put your own.
I want to know who's the chef in the relationship.
Me.
I'm the DoorDash chef.
All right. Next question. What is your biggest pet peeve?
We were just talking about that.
With her? With
yours?
Her? No, my biggest pet peeve with her?
No, just your biggest pet peeve, period.
Like something that irks you.
Yeah. That would be a good one, though. Biggest pet peeve about the other. Let's add that in there, too.
What's already on there?
That's what. Wait a minute. Okay.
All right. Next question. What is your favorite song or music artist?
What about genre? Because I don't really have a favorite. Okay.
That's cool.
I have a favorite song. And if
I
she
mean,
does not
I know
this,
his favorite song.
Okay, I'm gonna say if she does not know this, I'm in trouble when he trick.
Darryce, in a moment, do you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. What's your favorite beverage?
Liquor or just
It's Sunday after 12, so I'm gonna say it can be an
yes,
alcoholic
whatever.
beverage.
Whatever your favorite beverage is. Ty, you want to go?
Yeah, I feel like we need some like Jeopardy music or something.
I know, right?
All right. So then, Darryce, this next question is: what is your favorite feature about yourself?
Yeah, we could do it that way. And then we can ask also what's their favorite feature about the other person too.
Okay.
So like, go ahead. You go.
Physical feature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite about yourself? And then what do you think your partner's favorite feature about you is?
Darryce is double dosing on these questions. you're trying to get some answers.
And
you running so fast? She's go bang. She know her favorite thing about herself so quick.
Worry about your own cards.
All right. Okay.
All right. Last question.
Oh.
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Yeah, I gotta excuse my handwriting.
Don't excuse mine. It's terrible.
It's all good. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll ask the questions again. This time you answer for one another, and then after you answer, I guess show your answer.
There's too many rules.
We gotta write them down again?
What'd you say?
Are we writing them down again?
No, this time you're just answering out loud.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess I'll do it this way. That way to make it a little more clear. Bravo, what is Lakeita's favorite color?
Okay, it's black.
Is that right? Okay. Bravo got one. And then Lakeita, what is Bravo's favorite color?
Black.
3 on.
Okay, y'all. Ty, you want to ask the next one? Or you want me to just keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going. I'm gonna keep popping the banners up.
Okay. We'll go with you first. Lakeita, what is Bravo's favorite food?
He like everything, honestly. So that's really hard. He's not a picky eater, and he loves everything.
In general, what do I love when you cook it for years on years on years?
Spaghetti?
No, I say, well, I'm not gonna tell you. You got to say it. You get it wrong.
You tell me what?
I tell you that you cook it better than anybody else.
Oh, salmon.
Is that it?
Bring on.
Hey.
I ain't giving you no trips. That's it. She got one. She got one
you
lifeline.
don't really have no favorite food. You don't even eat salmon really no more.
Well, I'm just saying, but out of anything, that's.
Do we give them a point for that? Give a point.
Give her a half a point.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, one lifeline. That's it.
Oh my god.
Okay, bro. What is her favorite food?
Salmon. Tacos.
I love Mexican.
The kids love tacos.
And I do too.
Okay.
Salmon is one of my favorites.
She cooks salmon like nobody else. So I figure like if you cook something like that good, you gotta really like it. But maybe it's just me. Okay.
Next one is what is your biggest pet peeve? So Bravo, what is Lakeita's biggest pet peeve?
People not being on time. What they say?
Being late, waiting until the last minute to do everything.
Okay, and then what is the biggest
Bravo.
pet peeve about you that she would have?
About me?
He has to answer what the biggest pet peeve about.
Oh, what's the biggest one about me? That
Yes.
I'm late.
Oh, okay, so same.
I know. Yeah, I already know her pet peeve. Yeah.
Okay, now
She has other pet peeves, but me being late.
Okay, so point. And
She
then
dragged me out of bed today, by the way.
What is his biggest pet peeve?
About himself or me?
Just his biggest pet peeve in general, and then the second part is about you.
I answered in general. I don't really have pet peeves in the world.
Oh, okay.
You answered in general.
Pretty nonchalant about the world. I let it be what it is. What frustrates me in the house?
He be helping, don't he? I love it.
In the house, look, I gotta think hard.
Oh, if you don't already have
not being able to find like his combs.
This is why it frustrates me when I can't find. Today I was like, I'm looking for a comb. Anybody? They sit there right on my sink.
Where's the toothpaste? Right here, right on the counter.
It's like, why do y'all move this stuff that should be right here at all times? I was gonna put when I can't find my comb, but I was like, I don't want to be that direct. Yeah, remotes and combs.
Okay, we'll give her that. Okay. Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. What is Bravo's favorite song? Or music artist or genre?
Did It My Way. I don't know who is by. I can't think of his name.
Frank Sinatra. Did It My Way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the Lions will win.
What is Lakeita's favorite genre?
Lakeita likes what's that, soul R&B type?
Yeah, I just like
R&B. She likes she'll like listen to a whole
just put anything R&B.
She listens to a whole playlist like as she cleans up for like 5 hours.
That's how you do it.
R&B.
Old school. All right, and then Bravo, what is Lakeita's favorite beverage?
Wine.
I do like wine, but
what?
I really
What? You drink wine every other day.
I do.
She doesn't know her favorite beverage. Look, she doesn't know that.
I love wine, but like if I'm out, my favorite beverage is a lemon drop. So I think
you learned something.
You're at home drinking wine more than you're out drinking lemon drops.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
I like to admit this question.
I still think you should still get a point.
You said,
I get a point.
Ty and audience, what do you guys think?
I get a point.
Okay, we'll give you the point. All right, and then what's the next question? What is your favorite feature? So first answer.
My favorite drink.
Yeah. We gotta know what Bravo likes to
I'm
drink.
so sorry. Okay, what is Bravo's favorite drink?
Either what is it? I don't know. You like everything. Either like Casamigos or espresso martinis.
That's a really, really tight one.
Yeah.
But Casamigos. House of my amigos.
Good job, y'all. Okay, now what is your favorite? What is Lakeita's favorite feature about herself? Bravo.
I think she likes her Is it lip or waist? Lip, waist, cheekbones. Lip, waist, and cheekbones. I want to say, because I always talk about her lip. She has like Sierra lips, they say. Everybody call it. So I think that's her most notable feature. Notable feature.
Okay.
Her bottom lip.
I think I need to answer this one over.
Her bottom lip.
What did you put?
She got a whole book.
Go ahead. She like me.
Well, no, because I put mine and his on the same card.
Okay, that's fine. So let's do both the answers then. I guess.
Just write it right there. Just write the other one there.
Okay, so
watch it be something so random that we've never ever talked.
So I'm gonna just do this.
What did I say? I said bottom lip.
Yes, that was your first answer, and then
yeah, I think I just kind of picked something
because all the kids have her bottom
eyes.
lip. What?
Okay,
but really, probably my hip, like my waist.
Of course, her waist. But
waist.
all the kids have your bottom lip.
No, I don't like my bottom lip.
Everybody else.
Okay. And then, what do you think she said is the favorite feature about that you like about her?
What I like about her? Her hips.
Yeah, my hips.
Yep.
Great job. And then, Lakeita, what is Bravo's favorite feature about himself? Or what do you think it is?
I don't know. Maybe his arms.
It's the facial expression for me. Both of you guys
about himself.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you no hints.
Your lips. Maybe his lips.
Do you want her to guess both?
I put my nose.
No, your nose.
Because my kids have my nose.
No.
I have the perfect nose.
Okay.
For our like I
so?
gave the kids my nose. No.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I got a little pip that she talks about, but my nose. No.
And what do you think he put for a favorite feature about that you like about him?
I like his lips and his arms. What you put?
Wait, I put. Oh.
Did you answer it?
I messed up. I put what I like about me, and I put what I like about.
You didn't put what I like about you.
Yeah, I put what I like about her.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She gets that one. I put her face card. I don't know why. I don't know what that means. I just looked at it. I just got confused.
Bro.
I got confused.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't lost so many. I'll give you one.
I didn't.
What's the score, Ty?
I probably only lost one.
I got the score. Last question.
Wait, we're not gonna. Oh wait, we gotta finish the last question first.
Yeah. Bravo, is Lakeita a night owl or early bird?
Early bird. 100%.
Okay. And then Lakeita is Bravo, night owl or early bird?
Night owl.
Early bird.
No, you're not.
Of course, everybody knows this.
All right. The tally is up, and it is 6-7. Lakeita won.
How'd she win?
Because you was giving her tips and points.
Dang. It's okay.
You only gave me really one.
So now I gave you 2 tips. I gave you salmon. Then I gave you my pet peeve.
Whatever. I won.
By 1 point, but you guys were really close.
So if I lost, the Lions win. So I guess the Lions win today.
They'll win.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being good sports. And then Darryce, thanks for coming up with that game. That was definitely fun. I was sitting here thinking like if I could answer these for me and my partner. And I was like, ooh, it's time to revisit some of these. Let me check my little contacts with all their.
You've been together for 20 plus years.
You still don't know about each other.
I mean,
apparently.
Always learning.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Speaking of knowing each other, and you guys have been together for, been married for 20 years, or known each
No.
other?
Yeah.
We've been
Okay.
married for 6 and together for about
Yeah.
we have been married
Okay.
for 6 years.
My year was
Married
off
for 6 years, but we've been together for about 20 years.
That was gonna be one of
Off and on.
So
when
we
you're young,
don't know how long we've known each other. She makes up dates. I actually knew the date, but she made up so many, I lost the date. That was very true.
Okay.
I knew the date more than she did, and she kept on making up dates to the point where I just got confused and forgot it myself. So it's probably about 23, 25 years.
Yes.
She could be off 5 years right now.
A long time.
Yeah, so this is a long time.
And for those that may not know your guys' background story, can you tell us how you guys met each other?
You want me to tell it?
You can tell it.
So I was in a parking lot, right? And then
I'll tell it. We basically met downtown Detroit. During the summer times, a lot of people hang on, what is it, Jefferson, and it was like a liquor store that everybody would just kind of meet up at. It was just cars and stuff like that. So me and one of my homegirls were we pulled up to the liquor store where everybody was, and he was there. And I actually noticed him because we went to high school together, but I was a freshman when he was a senior. So I knew who he was, but of course, he didn't know who I was. But, my friend's sister is actually the same year as him. So I'm like, he go to our school or whatever. So he came over to the car and we got to talking. And that's how we met. What's your reenactment of the day?
It says, "This your car?"
I was not looking at your car.
Well, yes, it is.
Don't listen.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
I love
and
it.
It's been like from there,
Okay.
Well, not to add that we were like in the midst of everybody. So when I went to go visit her the first day, and like I was sitting down and she came out like, "Oh, this girl got a grown woman body." I was like, "I love her. I'm marrying." Yeah.
Oh, he did. His sister told me, he was like, the first thing he said about you is, "I met this girl and she got a grown woman body." I'm like, why would you tell your sister that?
Because that's what me and me on.
Exactly.
Well, it worked for 25 years, so.
No shame. Okay, how has being on Love and Marriage Detroit impacted your relationship, both positively and negatively? And what surprised you about sharing your marriage with the world?
You want to go first?
I mean, well, I would say I did a live last night, and I was telling people that the show makes you open up, whether it's frustration or whether it's like emotional or positive or negative. It makes you open up more because it's not conversations that you can walk away from. They make you sit in that room and discuss a subject, and it's not like, all right, we did it for 5 minutes, we out. You have to string that conversation along sometimes for them to be able to get, everything that's kind of okay, Lennox, everything that's kind of needed. And so when we had our convos, if the camera time is 10 minutes more, you got to like talk more things. And so you learn more. It actually makes you have to discuss more. And so this show was the first time that I learned, especially my wife, the issues or the situation that happened with her father before. Never knew, never asked, because it was just like, and growing up in Detroit, you lost a couple of people here and there to the point where you just get kind of like numb to even asking about the how and the why.
Well, you knew,
I knew how,
really
but I never knew why. Yeah.
About it.
I feel like we never, you get accustomed to morally not asking people, how did it happen? You know what I'm saying? Because it happened so much growing up in Detroit. So I just never asked her because I met her young. And that was when, and it just strung along. So the show made me actually like hear her perspective of, her father. And then also, we had a convo in the basement and about me, I was working on my venues at that time, so I really didn't have a lot of time at home. And she didn't, that wasn't discussed until the show came. So I would say we learn more about each other from my perspective.
Yeah, I think it definitely brings you closer because you're forced to spend a lot more time together. And like he said, you're in these situations where you actually have to talk and express different things. So definitely brought us closer and made us talk a little bit more about different things. So
it was so good.
Yeah, I don't think it changed our life like outside of public other than just being noticed more. I had a lot of supporters in the city because I've done like parties for 20 years. So I have like tens of thousands of like supporters of people that know me, but I never had actual like a fan base, I guess you want to say. So it's different when you walk somewhere and everybody knows you because of what you've done, but then you walk somewhere and everybody knows you because of who you are. Kind of like, what I'm saying, like randomly, like, it was a comedy show yesterday. I was walking past a theater and got stopped like 20 times for pictures. And I've never had, by people I didn't know, I've never had that happen compared to me being in one of my restaurants and getting stopped by people that just randomly been rocking with me for 20 years. So it's changed like in that perspective. And I know she's getting 100 followers a week now. I've been counting her followers. And so I know it's, so it's kind of cool though, for the most part.
Yeah, very different, especially for me because I'm such a private person. Kind of weird. Because you just get people. I was in a nail shop one day and this girl, she just kept looking at me and I'm like, why she keep looking at me like that? And she was like, you look so familiar. Are you on TV? And I was like, yeah, no. So it does. I mean, it's a different, attention that you get from, people that watch the show.
Yeah.
And then speaking of that additional attention, Lakeita, because I know originally you expressed, like we kind of talked about, that hesitation about, being on the show and having cameras following you guys. What is your reaction to like people on Twitter that apparently always have something to say, or like how do you, especially because on our platform we talk a lot about like mental health and like issues that are impacting us and our communities and families. How do you maintain that that balance as like being featured on TV, but also like drawing the line when it comes to your family?
I just kind of draw it out. I think that was one of his biggest concerns when we started the show. Like people just say what they want. They make their own stories from just this little clip of what they see. Now you might see me say something to a couple people online, especially if I feel like, wait a minute, no, that's not what it was. This is what it is. But I don't let a lot of that stuff bother me. I might look at it, I'll laugh at it and, keep it moving because they don't know what actually goes on in our relationship, what actually goes on in our household. So, I mean, I just kind of draw it out. Yeah, basically.
Let's see. Did you have another question, Ty?
No, you can continue.
Okay. What have been some of the biggest lessons or growth points in your relationship since being on the show? You kind of just shared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it was basically, it made us have more talks about different things. It made us communicate more. Yeah.
I mean, the biggest lesson for me is like just be genuine. Like, I think we maintain we'll tell the producers no on something. We'll tell just because sometimes if it's not, I mean, I would say this, the Love and Marriage series, the producers, they are pretty genuine. We got yelled at one day when one of them thought that we were just not being real on something. Like they want a very genuine setting. They want genuine conversations. And it's, I'll say this to the end of the day, from my experience, nothing has been scripted. It's just really, they catch us at the times that we are in our moments. So, yeah, I mean, we just, it allows me to be able to watching this, allows people to realize how genuine a relationship that I do have, with my wife, but we don't have to go on there and, create, some scenarios and scenes and just to get some love from the following. I mean, it's good seeing that we get love by just being ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was on your live last night and I commented that I love that everyone seems to be down to earth. So you guys, by the way, are like I hate to say second, but my second favorite couple. Second favorite couple.
Who's the first?
Christina.
I love Christina and Brandon.
Everybody loves Christina and Brandon.
I love Christina. They are for sure the number one.
I have comments about. Well, no, I can't say that because it'll give you. But just know that we offered the invite for an interview to everybody on the show, and we only got one decline without a reason.
I know. I saw it.
So I'll leave it at that.
You know what? I when I saw that, I saw the post saying that unfortunately it was a decline. I was wondering why, and I still don't. I don't know why. But yeah, I saw that.
I'm not sure why either.
I love your guys' platform.
Huh?
Because I love your guys' platform. You guys got a really good.
Thank you. Yeah, so we actually, and believe it or not, I was just watching the show and on Twitter interacting with people, and that's how Darryce and I actually met. Yeah. So I was like, let me just take a gamble. This is somebody that loves the show. I'm originally from Michigan, so I'm like, let's just see what happens. And it's been working out, and it's dope to have real conversations with people that we're seeing on TV, but people that are also very active in the community and doing various career and business ventures, especially for you, which I want to talk a little bit more about. Bravo, how did you first get into the hospitality industry? Because I've been a bar back, I've been a host, so I'm used to talking to people all the time. But what really inspired you to basically you're in a sense taking over the city of Detroit for sure?
Yeah. I was just it's really started from parties. We were throwing parties at one point in time, and eventually what happened was I started a weekly. It was a Thursday night weekly, 8 years strong, and then something happened there, as always. Sometimes with nightlife, and they canceled my weekly, and I didn't know, and so they blamed me. And everybody else was good, and I wasn't even there at that point in time. So I just told myself, you know what? I don't want to be at the mercy of making these club owners millions of dollars. At that time, I was doing nightclubs. I was like, I'm making them millions of dollars. I said, I don't want to be at the mercy of another nightclub. And so I believe in faith and the power of the tongue. And so I read, I basically posted I was going to own my own spot, and then within a month, somebody that believed, one of our partners that actually owns the other 6 spots with me, he had opportunities. He's like, hey, I see you said you want to own. I got something you want to look at it. You could design it, you can name it, and so that's how society came about. And from there on, it's just been, we just been highly blessed, favored, and lucky.
Wow, congratulations on that, and I wish you guys much continued success.
Appreciate it.
I love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have to take a trip. I haven't been able to visit, and now with me being out of state, I need to make a trip back so I can visit.
Michigan?
Huh?
Where you from? In Michigan?
So I'm Oak Park, Ferndale.
Oh, okay. That's that's a neighborhood, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I grew up in high school hanging in Oak Park. All my friends all my homies are from the Oak Park, Detroit area.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
I stayed in Oak Park for a couple of years when I moved out.
Well, I definitely want to make a trip to Detroit and visit some of the spots that you have, as well as that you were showing last night.
Darryce, we doing it.
Where are you from?
Yes, St. Louis,
okay.
Missouri. Yeah, born and raised.
St. Louis.
Bravo. So what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs out there, especially people that are trying to get their foot in the door, or maybe kind of reserved or second guessing themselves when it comes to starting their own business or opening their own venue or restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, so most people don't notice about me. I was an industrial electrician at Ford. I was at Ford for 20 years. And I quit in 2020. So I was at Ford from 18.
2021.
I quit in 2021. Okay, yeah. So I was at Ford when I was 18 years old in 2001. And I did 21 years there. And the reason why I quit, a 20-year career, if you want, when the school had to go to school for and everything, was just because I said, look, you only get one life, and what's the worst that can happen in this, in this one life? I mean, compared to what's the best that can happen. So that was what made me go for it. Luckily, I had a wife that was able to. I had really good insurance with Ford. She's with the government, so I was able to transfer. I was able to have a little insurance platform to climb onto. As I chase my dreams. And then from that point on, she held me down. It's really, don't look back. Go forward, don't look back, keep going. You're gonna reach something. And I don't care if you climb all your life, eventually you're gonna get to the top of that hill. I mean, it may take all your life, but I mean, but you still accomplish what. And when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna look back and say, "I did it," instead of questioning and saying, "Could I have done it?" And that's really it. I don't really there's no secret sauce to this. You got to be insane, crazy, mentally, a rock, because entrepreneurship is it's
not for the weak.
It's not for the weak, and it still will make the strong question themselves every single day.
So speaking of your ventures, do we have any plans in the works for even more? Are we adding to the list, or are we comfortable with the number that it is?
I'm actually building. So on the second part, when we come back from our break, they actually filmed at one of the spots that I still haven't finished building yet. And that was filmed a second ago, and it's still stringing along. Now I'm paying rent, and it still can't open right now. So yeah, I mean, I have one more coming up. I want to build the first pool club in Michigan, like how they have rehab. We don't have one in Michigan. I want to build a green arena. That's like a next, biggest thing. Find a city that will allow us to be able to build our, an arena, a green arena. Hopefully get some concessions. I mean, so I think the next things that we do, I want them to be. They need to be like colossal. I mean, I've already got enough stressful small things now. So I'd rather stress myself off of something big,
Yeah, I wanted to ask what was you guys' vision for things you want to do, in the community, your businesses wise, future wise, and as well for your marriage and family.
Yeah. I'm not a big contributor. I'm saying I'm not a huge philanthropist. I always want to be a speaker, but I just kind of I don't know, man. I can speak to anybody in the world except for kids. I don't know why I get so nervous when it comes to speaking to kids. So I've tried it now recently. I've been jumping into trying to speak to kids and speaking to youth. I think my biggest contribution with my position is I try to hire, felons, recovering addicts. I try to hire people that normally wouldn't get a chance at another job, and tell them hey, start here. We have opportunities for you to level up, and we pay really good. So I mean, one of our cooks, is over 100,000, and so like that. So I mean, we pay pretty good in the downtown area. So I mean, I think that's what I do. I'll find a homeless person and say, hey, can you wash dishes? Come over here, come in as a dishwasher. We'll get you up there, teach them how to cook, become a cook, and then next thing you know, they're cooking at one of the next finest spots. They leave us and go get paid $10 more somewhere else. So I mean, I feel like that's probably my best contribution. Being able to use my different venues to build that. As far as family, I mean, I just, on my side, I just
like to piggyback off that, just I would say getting more involved in the community, with the kids, and letting our kids just see, like a couple of soup kitchens in the winter time, just getting more involved. I was saying giving back.
Because our kids are spoiled. They need to see where we came from and what we have, I used to do Meals on Wheels with my grandma back in the day. So we would every holiday, we would drive by and, you know, give the elderly food. So that really changed me on who I was. I think personally, I would love for my kids to experience that. She cut me off on the kids. She says no more children coming this way. So
how many do you guys have?
Two girls. We're done.
So I can't sow any more seeds into this world. And that
Nope.
So, you know, and she won't let me. I try to adopt a kitten that keeps coming around our house.
No, I don't like cats.
So, yeah, so I guess I just got to help out in other ways now.
Figure it out, because I ain't having no more kids.
Lakeita said that's a firm no.
We have a feral cat, and it's so cute. And it's like the big one runs away from it. The big kid runs away from it. The little kid wants to let it into the house all the time. And she shoos it like it's a fly, like it's a dog.
Go find you a home.
I'm like,
I don't like cats. I've never liked cats.
Yeah.
I just
I'm not a cat person either. I feel like they're always up to no good.
they're very sneaky and no, thank you.
It's crazy. When I was younger, I liked kittens. I thought they were so cute. And then the older I got, I did understand that they are kind of sneaky and just scary.
Very. One of my friends had a cat. I was at her house one day, and the cat literally jumped from the couch to the curtains and was swinging. I was like, "Oh no, let me step out here."
Time to go.
What is going on here?
And they be talking. I've seen TikTok videos with cats like sounding like they having a conversation.
No, thank you.
Hilarious. And they be talking.
No, thank you.
Both of you have shared personal moments on the show. How do you stay open and vulnerable with each other, especially when the cameras are rolling?
We've been roommates for 20 years. I mean, not 20 years. We've been roommates for 10 years, 11 years. We lived together before we actually went and did the wedding.
We moved together, in 2014. That was before we got married.
Yeah,
So,
2 years. So yeah, we've been roommates for a long time.
We've always kind of had to communicate. That's my best friend. It's my homeboy.
I never knew that. That's crazy. Yeah, and I think we don't argue. We'll discuss.
We have
but
disagreements.
Yeah. I mean, my dad never cussed. I never heard my dad cuss growing up. And so, I mean, I'm not saying I don't, but I've learned, like, you know, the respect for women a man should have definitely starts with your women. And so I think our household is, we built a household of just, you know, genuine love and communication and respect. Yeah. So I think it doesn't change. Like it's not like we are lovey-dovey on the camera. And then we're fighting each other outside the camera. We just don't fight. I can't recall the last big argument we've had. I don't know. It's probably been a couple of years. Other than that, we've had discussions. We'll be snippy. I'm petty. You know what I mean? I would troll her for about a good 30 minutes in the house. If it's something, if it's something.
And I know that's what he do to try to get to me. So
I would troll her. I would be in the kitchen like, dang, I really wish that I could find this bowl. Like, and she'll be in a whole other room just acting like I don't exist.
Playing to your little whatever you got going on over there. Figure it out.
I love that. I think I saw you troll him last night in his live. You said, what you
are talking about? Because Bravo likes to talk, and that's what people, I guess, really don't realize. Just like the whole episode with Christina saying, you know, how she felt like I'm always in Bravo's shadow. No, Bravo he's just always at the forefront. He likes to talk. He likes to talk your ear off if you let him. Okay, we was down here for a couple hours if y'all had it.
Now with that game coming on.
That's just him, right? That's just him. So.
Speaking of talking, Bravo, you were just on the Native Land podcast yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, with the election, we cover a lot of like political stories, trending topics, a wide variety of things on our platform. What are some of the key issues for both of you guys that with the current election? What are some, like, you know, strong topics that you both feel strongly about?
You can go ahead.
I mean, my thing is this. We got two choices. And I mean, you can dig into the policies and all of that, but this has been a whole show. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like,
I already knew what you was
yeah,
going.
I don't.
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
it's just too much, and I feel like with Trump, he says what he wants. He don't care about what he says, and we got two choices. So we need to just make the right choice and put who needs to be in there, who's best fit for the job, and that's just my stance on it at this point.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you kind of said. I mean, I'm big on like policies. I'm big on like knowing the facts of somebody. I mean, I personally can find flaws in anybody's personality if you're looking for it, especially if they talk for as much as they do. Everybody has flaws when they speak. Everybody has flaws when they act, and everybody has flaws in the spotlight. I mean, apparently, looking at Twitter, I have flaws. You know, who would have thought? Who'd have thought? But X. I'm sorry, X. So I mean, yeah, I think outside the flaws of each person, you definitely want to look at the policies and what helps. As a business owner, yeah, of course, you know, conservatives give more business owners a lot, you know, personal or higher in business owners, more, you know, accommodations. But on a long run of it, you know, I said it before, you got to look at, you know, your family, your community, you know, yourself. You got to look at what helps more people than yourself. And I'm not a selfish voter at all. And I'm not mad if somebody's a selfish voter. If you vote for what makes your life great, by all means, I'm all for it, right? Some of my partners are voting conservative. But I do see things in the community that need to be handled. And this probably, I would say this, Kamala has, and I've read all her policies, and I know a lot of them. She has literally directed policies for people that are in my community, you know, that I think needed. And so I'm definitely more so, you know, leaning on the left. I'm bipartisan locally, a lot of things. But more or less, you know, I'm definitely, I think Kamala, I think right now Kamala's policies are the best choice. Somebody said that we're all Americans, and I say yes, but there's nothing wrong with wanting something that's good for you, your family, your community, and your country. And but unfortunately, you can't. They won't hold hands and work together, you know, on this. So that's really it. I mean, I don't go too far into politics because my business is, you know, when the Red Wings play, they're full of, you know, probably a lot of conservatives. And, you know, when the Pistons play, they're probably full of a lot of, you know, Democrats and something like that. So I stay kind of out the, you know, wing. But I do tell my friends, stop being radical. Like, stop posting radical left or radical right stuff. Just post the facts and let people vote for them. Or don't post anything and just, you know, live your regular life and stop, you know, trying to convince somebody to be as crazy as you are, you know. So.
Absolutely. I think it's just so important for, like, you know, even on, like you had said, on like a local level, just, you know, to be an educated voter, to, you know, use your right to vote, but also know like what's not just affecting you, but your community as a whole.
Yeah. I had it's a girl with a pretty big platform. I follow people that I don't agree with because to me, I would like to see other people's perspective. And it doesn't bother me if you don't agree with me. I don't care. You know, either I talk to you down until you do agree. You're just tired.
He would debate a person down to,
or you know, we'll just be like, all right, look, we're gonna agree to disagree. I'm tired, you know. So
that's what he does. He gets on Instagram and X, and he wants
and then
to
I'll
see
come back
who's
with
saying
facts.
what, and he a debate.
I was gonna say his post on Instagram, wasn't that getting some attention?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? That was the top reporters that just didn't read what I said. You know? But anyways, yeah, I mean, like, you got two top national reporters. Kind of like, where's the first time I spoke online about politics, and literally I was an advocate for the post, and I got attacked by two of the top nation's black reporters. Man, I'm like, what the heck?
He liked that type of stuff.
Yeah, but it really had a platform, and I don't really agree with her views. She's a little radical right. And we had a conversation, and this is what I don't like. She was saying, look at a lot of your inner cities and the school systems, because that's when Trump spoke on Detroit. So look at the school systems, and look what the mayors did to the school. And I said, do you understand the mayors don't affect the school systems? The governors are over the school systems. And just like that, how do you have a platform that big and you don't know the smallest, smidget of how things are structured and ran? And I just don't like the disinformation. That's what I just don't like, is people that have huge platforms that disinform people that honestly are not ignorant to the fact, but just aren't knowledgeable to the facts. So that's my only thing I don't like. That's my second pet peeve.
I was saying, and I think that's the biggest thing, is like a lot of people are just misinformed. They don't do research. They go on these social media websites and then they just take what people are saying and just run with it, instead of just doing your own research and seeing, where the truth lies, or, what it's really about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think just being an educated and informed voter, because there's so much misinformation. Before we get out of here, anything else you guys would like to share with us, or we're waiting. We're on hiatus now. We're waiting. So me and Darryce are trying to find some new shows to get into so that we can continue going live on Saturdays.
I saw it live with you and Christina, and I didn't know that it was going to be 2025 before it came back on. I was like, wow.
Yeah, 2025. Yeah. Well,
because we don't really know until they tell us.
That's what she said.
When y'all know, we gonna know, basically. So, it's just crazy.
We're waiting.
Do you watch Huntsville?
I was telling Darryce, this is like the first reality TV show that I really sat down and got into, and I think mainly because like I can be like, oh, I know where this is. Oh, they're at Campus Marshes. Oh, they're 2 blocks from my mom's house. So I feel like being able to connect. But I think we're gonna start Huntsville.
So when they first called us to be on the show, you said what? I'm sorry, Darryce.
I just said I've been watching Huntsville since the beginning.
Yeah, when they first called us to be on the show, I think I'm the only one on the cast that actually, and they're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it. I'm the only one on the cast that actually said, all right, well, I'm gonna actually see what I'm getting myself into. So I watched the whole series before we even said yes, and read the contracts and made them amend the contract like 4 times because they had in the contracts it was like hidden cameras and all stuff like that, or whatever. But there's a contract that wasn't just for the show; it was an overall broad reality show contract. If it was sport, whatever. So it's like I was really, really. I studied it, and to the point where now I've watched all the Huntsvilles. I watched the Bill Collectives now. I watch Raw to Radio Loves now too with Will.
He does.
This is I'm just like, and so I call my producer sometimes, and I'd be like, hey man, how that cut move from one side to another in the scene? So I was like, I'm really, really, I'm addicted to production now. I watch it, and I talk with Jamie in DC. We talk a lot, and we're cool now. And hung out with Marceau a couple of times when he's come here, because they're from Michigan.
Okay.
They were just downtown, just here 2 weeks ago, I think. Him and Letitia. So and that was before the premiere party that we had. So it's I feel like. I'm happy that if they're stopping us, they're starting something back up. I am excited to kind of see what they're going to do with DC. I love the fact how DC, they lost they're one of the main roles in season 1, Miss Samuels, which people think, I don't know, people still think we're related to.
I was wondering too.
They also had to figure out their way. I think I had a convo with Jamie or something, and when they lost, and they had to figure out a way how to get their ratings back just by them. And they did a great job, building that show back up, from they originally thought it was going to be. So I'm a big fan of DC. And Jamie supports us. Like, Jamie will post Love and Marriage launch and everything 5 times over. He's probably one of the most stronger people on social media and within our, our family, Love and Marriage family. Yeah. I call him sometimes like, yo, bro, I know I'm on social media a lot, but how are you like how are you doing 8 platforms in like one day? Get somebody younger, bro. Get somebody younger.
Yeah, he loves it. I love it too. I'm a big reality TV person. I love watching people, studying people's behavior and stuff, probably because I have a minor in psychology. I've always been interested in it. So I think that's a big part of it, of why I love reality TV so much. I just love to see other people and how they live their lives, how they react in certain situations, everything. So
I think Carlos has a minor in psychology. Didn't he say that? He was school for psychology, something like that. Think Carlos, when we first talked to Carlos the very first day, he was saying like, that's how they like producers are.
He might have said something.
Yeah, I think he went to school for psychology or something like that. I was like, no wonder. So you're saying that you're going to be a producer
when they tried
soon,
to reel us in.
Hey, I said something. I tweeted back when I think Huntsville was on because Sunny is from St. Louis and the guy she married, Moses, is from St. Louis. And it was something in there. And I was like, if you need another producer from St. Louis, let me know. I was talking to Carlos. Of course he did.
That is hilarious.
Right. I'm coming back home to Detroit. I'm ready to join the team.
Look, Detroit is hot right now with the reality. So, they film, Love and Marriage, Detroit, they filmed a couple of my spots there. Baddies, Midwest. I talked to Natalie Nunn, and Natalie Nunn, they're insane. They're on 300 episodes. Like they have a 40-person crew, 140-person crew on the scenes. I mean, they took up my whole entire block of restaurants, like for one day shoot. So they're going crazy. Ready to Love. Baddies, yeah. So they Baddies do the mark spots too.
Yeah,
they got Baddies Midwest, so they're on tour right now. So the Midwest, Chicago, Ohio, and Detroit. And then you got Ready to Love is in Detroit now. They're actually about to film at one of my spots also. And then it's so like the reality TV wise, all out of your top produced TV shows, they're coming to Detroit. They're doing Detroit, I think I would love to say that. I think the Love and Marriage, the OWN network being probably the first major network to vouch for a reality show. I think that probably opened up a lot of eyes, and that's why I did this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do this because I just wanted to be on a reality show. I did this because I said, hey man, if I can be a contributor to, opening the doors and creating the paradigm shift for entertainment in Detroit. We're going crazy on Tubi already. Detroit music is all over the place. So I was like, Detroit reality is not really what it is. So maybe I can try to help be a pioneer to bring a lot more, of that here. So. And
I just became a supportive wife.
Yes. So Ty, come on, man. Just, jump on in, man.
For real. I'll put the feeler out there to Carlos. So
yeah,
let's run that little short real quick and because I will come back to Michigan in a quickness. Yeah. I'm only a state over.
Right. Yeah. Well, you hate working with me because I don't shut up. When they call ICE,
I'm sure they can.
When they call ICE and you gotta stop talking, I got in trouble so many times. Our executive producer put me in a corner by myself a couple of times, like a kid.
I was laughing yesterday when you were like on the podcast. Oh, we're live.
I didn't know that. She called me the night before, like, hey, we want you to be on the podcast. I'm like, I don't want to talk politics. I just got reamed by two. I was like, I just got nationally reamed. I was like, I don't want to talk politics no more. I'm done. I was like, Rollins and I was like, they gave me the business. And Janelle gave me the business. And she's like, you don't got to talk politics. You just talk. And I was like,
oh, I can do that.
I was like, all right, fine. But my thought was like, what time is it? Because it's Friday night. And, I want to have some fun tonight. So, I was like, I don't want to wake up and be like, hey, guys. But when I got there, we had a convo. And then I think we got off and the Pistons coach and our lieutenant governor was on there. And then I went back on the page and it said, click this link. And I clicked it. And I was like, hold on, wait. I'm watching this now. I was like, bro, I was live. So I didn't even know. Let's say
it was definitely a very insightful conversation because I listened to all of it this morning. Yeah. And I was like actually like tuned in and like I was like, all right.
Yeah, different angles. You had a and it's crazy because we met so when I was standing there, the Michigan Supreme Court Justice, 36 years old. She's so dope, right? Mm-hmm. She was like, I don't want to say this. I was like, what? She's like, I'm a fan of your show. And I was like, what? My show? She's like, yeah, your show. I was like, I'm a fan of you. You're a 36-year-old Michigan Supreme Court Justice Black woman.
Right.
So it's kind of cool seeing like that people, lieutenant governor. I mean, like kind of cool seeing that people in that higher up in, in the I guess the state, they're actually fans of, of the show. It was super cool.
That is so dope. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much. I don't want to take up any more of y'all's Sunday. I know.
I told you he'd sit here and talk to y'all all day.
I would too if I didn't have to go to church. I'm actually running late.
Bravo about to get off of here and go on live on Instagram.
I was about to say, I'm about to go right on Instagram and start talking to somebody.
But I do want to just say thank you all so much for joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing even more of you guys. Maybe some more restaurants.
Yeah.
And definitely we'll stay in touch with you guys and put all of your social media handles in the descriptions as well.
Definitely. When we come back, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just said, please come back.
Oh, yeah. No, I was going to say, when we come back for the second part, we definitely want to come back for interview. You got to make 4 screens. You're going to put it right over there, and you put the Smiths on this side. So
that'll be good.
And we'll have a couple fight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's the best now?
I was gonna say, with how busy all of you guys are, it is like so crazy, because somebody on TikTok actually messaged me and they were like, because they've been seeing all our interviews and our promo, and they're like, can I ask you a question? Who books your guys' guests? And I'm like, me?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're looking like, it's just crazy because a lot of people don't realize that, like, people just be like, oh, these are people I see on TV. But like, my favorite part about this whole entire experience is being able to talk to you guys, and see like outside of TV that you guys are doing real things out there.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, most genuine people like understand genuine people. You're so genuine. And when you reach out the way you reached out, I was like, look, we got it.
And you see, I just started my TikTok, not TikTok,
X
back up. I'm like, I ain't been on this in so long. I had to create a whole nother account.
Like, I be cussing the cast out. I be in the chat with the cast like, yo, why y'all not on X right now? Get on X. They talking about you. Like,
it's so fun to feed into it and just engage and see what people are like. I sit here with like 3 different computers in my phone, and I'm like, let me retweet this. Let me respond back to this person. And it connects you with different people, and like, this is it's a dope experience.
This is way I stay online and just I love looking at this. She reads. This is probably 4 times more interaction than season 1. Like, I love to see the interaction. I mean, it's on the I actually joined the members page on Facebook. I have no problem saying, hey, Bravo's in here, but yes,
I'm sure this is not gonna stop. Well, because like the second half, I think they get a lot more of us.
It's a lot more that comes on the second half.
Yeah, we were happy to see more of you guys. So yes.
It's a lot more to it. And I made them go to Detroit spots to film us. I was like, if we're gonna get more camera time, it's gonna be in Detroit. We didn't do Detroit in season 1 like that. It was cool. There's a couple spots here and there, but I was like, I want people to be like, season 2, they came back and said, oh, now they're really representing Detroit. I did see a lot of people say, what is this? That's not Detroit. That's not like. So now, I told them like, yo, if you guys are gonna film us, we're gonna be in some Detroit. We're gonna be on the block, like
as it should be.
Shootout.
Right, like Michiganders will be quick to point out, because even me watching, I'm like, oh, they're in the suburbs. Oh, that's Birmingham, or
100%. Like, if you want Detroit to support you, you need to it needs to be Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, we know the difference between fake and real, and you can't keep on running from the real of the city, talking about nationally this is the city, because eventually we're gonna be like, nah, bro, we're not supporting you. So I wanted to get more Detroit support and viewers, and I was like, yo, we gotta hit some Detroit spots. So we hit some really dope Detroit spots during the show. Second half, I'll we'll come back and I'll actually break down the spots that we hit, and
just put them on your calendar, because he's gonna be on here a couple more times.
I'm actually gonna be a host. Just go ahead, give me a host spot. We'll bring on everybody else.
And then
glad we have y'all.
yes, and then one last question I have for you guys, because I asked everybody so far that we've interviewed from the show, do you guys have any, like, if you guys could cast an additional couple, do you guys have somebody in mind? A lot of people were like, Tyler, you're being messy. We're on the same page, but we ain't gonna tell you who we would like to be added to the show.
Cast? Like get rid of somebody?
No.
No. Well, Bravo's being messy.
You
I was just asking, like, if you guys could
so he
add
was Randy and her husband.
So Randy Rosario is she's a blogger. She's pretty big. She does conversations, podcasts.
I think he's done an interview. Haven't you done something with Randy before? I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say Randy is Randy and her husband JT would be my pick if it was up to me as well.
That's my sister. Like I've known Randy back when she was like just a wild child. I used to have to hold her down in the club sometimes when she would go crazy and want to fight. So Randy is feisty. I've seen her in her best and worst situations. So I was with her yesterday at the podcast. Like that's my sister. We talk left and right. Like we always have conversations. When Randy posted a while back, like I'm gonna expose somebody 11 mirrors, I call like, no, sis, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I was like, just wait.
I think Randy, she kind of puts us in the mind of us too, because she's in the forefront of a lot of things, but her husband, you may not hear a lot from him, but he's still, he's there.
He's there, 100%.
He's definitely there, and she's got her hands in so many different projects too. Like we attended the premiere for her show on Tubi, and then I told her I slid in her DMs. It was like after we had talked about her on the show, I was like, I'm gonna be your campaign manager, and she was like, you better reach out to JT.
Oh yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, they don't hear or see me like that, but I feel like their dynamic is kind of the same as us.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah. So Randy,
she's at the forefront, and JT, like I said, he ain't too far behind.
Yeah. I think she'll help elevate the show to another level too, because of relationships that we have. And she has a really good platform. She has, and she's 100% Detroit, 1,000% Detroit, probably 2 Detroit.
Absolutely. So we already put it out there. So hopefully Carlos King will make that happen. I just want to thank you guys again, and like Lakeita said, we'll already pencil you all in the schedule for future episodes.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. Thank you again.
So much.
Thank you, Darryce, as well.
Well, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate
you guys
taking time on your Sunday. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
You too.
Okay.
We're making a trip to District soon.
Oh man, let me know. Well, no, it's not District.
Ty, you gotta stop. He gonna keep going.
I know.
I'm done. We bar hop around here, but
all right, okay. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's go. All right, y'all be good.
Have a good day.
When's your birthday, Darryce?
October 1st.
I'm October 1st.
And when's yours? I think
what I'm saying?
Cancer like me.
7/11.
That's why she's so dope.
Happy belated birthday.
Likewise.
When is yours?
June 25th.
July 11th.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Cancer too.
I'm a Cancer too.
Oh,
all right.
Yes.
Okay. It's like a cross zodiac.
Right.
Well, I appreciate
all right,
y'all. Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
Okay. Bye.